Marshall didn't do it. I did. I broke you and Karen up.
She has a test. It's called the Front Porch Test. And the rule is simple. If Lily Aldrin doesn't like the girl you're dating, she imagines that girl sitting on her future porch, 30 years from now, growing old beside her. And if she can't picture it, she ends it, quietly, behind your back, without you ever knowing she's the reason your relationship just fell apart.
So, whenever you've been dating somebody for a while, I do the front porch test. You know, how is this person going to fit in with our group over the years?
In one episode, season 7, Lily casually admits she's used this test to break up almost every single one of Ted's girlfriends, for years. And the show plays it as a fun little quirk, a cute friend group bit. Everybody laughs. But I want you to actually sit with what that means for a second. The woman everyone calls the mom of the group, the heart, the moral center, the sweet kindergarten teacher who just wants everyone to be happy, has been secretly engineering the romantic lives of the people she loves for nearly a decade, and nobody ever questions it. Because it's Lily. Lily means well. Lily's a saint.
Lily is a diabolical puppet master, subtly manipulating every situation to get exactly what she wants.
Here's the thing I noticed on my last rewatch that I genuinely can't unsee now. Lily Aldrin might be the most quietly controlling character in How I Met Your Mother, and the scariest part isn't that she does it, it's why she does it. Because once you understand where it comes from, you stop seeing a villain, and you start seeing something a lot sadder. This is the fake saint behind Lily Aldrin. To understand Lily, you have to start with the one person the show barely lets you look at, her father, Mickey Aldrin.
Here, come play Daddy's new game. There's a clown demon under the bed.
Mickey is a gambling addict. A man who spent his whole life chasing board game inventions that never sold, schemes that never paid off, a big break that never came, and the entire time, his daughter was the casualty. Lily grew up with a father who was physically around just enough to keep disappointing her, and absent in every way that actually mattered.
She doesn't talk about it much, but this thing with her dad causes her a lot of pain.
There's a detail the show drops so casually you might miss it. As a kid, Lily had to be the adult. She managed the money. She covered for him. She learned very young that the people who are supposed to take care of you will let you down, and that if you want anything in your life to be stable, you have to control it yourself, because nobody else will. And here's where it gets heavy. When you grow up with a parent who abandons you emotionally, who's there one day and gone the next, who you can never count on, your brain learns one lesson above all others. People leave. Love isn't safe. And the only way to make sure you're never abandoned again is to take control of everything and everyone around you so tightly that they can't. That's not a personality, that's a survival strategy. And Lily built her entire adult life on top of it. Watch how it shows up. Lily doesn't just love her friends, she manages them. She doesn't just have opinions, she has plans. She positions herself at the exact center of the group, the person everyone confides in, the one who knows everything about everyone, the one without whom the whole friend group would supposedly fall apart.
If I see your face around Robin again, you will be crying about a lot more than your precious New York Rogers. Ring? I will cut you.
And I used to think that was just Lily being a good friend. The glue. The caretaker. But here's the part that flipped it for me. A caretaker gives people what they need. A controller gives people what keeps them close to her. And once you start watching Lily through that lens, and the saint starts to crack, let's talk about the thing that should end the sainthood argument completely. Season 1. Lily is engaged to Marshall. They've been together 9 years. He worships her. And what does she do? She gets a painting fellowship in San Francisco, breaks off the engagement, and leaves him. Walks out on the most loyal man she will ever meet to chase something else.
We're breaking up.
Marshall, I'm sorry. I just need to go to San Francisco and do this art program and figure out who I am outside of us.
Now on its own, that's not villainous. People need to find themselves. Fine, but watch the pattern because this is where it gets dark. Lily, the woman whose entire identity is built around being terrified of abandonment, is the one who abandons. She does to Marshall the exact thing her father did to her. She becomes Mickey for a summer. She leaves the person who loves her most with almost no warning the second her own dreams feel more important than his heart. And here's the part that genuinely got me. When she comes back, and she does come back, because San Francisco doesn't fix her, Marshall takes her in. No real consequences. And the show frames her return as romantic, as Lily finding her way home.
It was awful. It was the worst mistake I ever made. I'm so sorry, Marshall, and can we please get back together?
But nobody ever asks the obvious question. What if Marshall had done that to her? What if Marshall had broken off the engagement and disappeared to another city for a summer to find himself? Lily would have been destroyed. The group would have called him a monster. When Lily does it, it's a journey. When anyone does it to Lily, it's a betrayal. That double standard runs through her entire character, and almost nobody catches it. Now back to that front porch test, because it's so much worse than the show lets on. Lily didn't just dislike a few of Ted's girlfriends. She systematically dismantled his relationships for years. She'd find the flaw, decide the girl wasn't right, and then quietly maneuver until it fell apart. And Ted, her best friend, a man desperately, painfully searching for love for 9 straight seasons, had no idea that one of the biggest obstacles to him finding someone was sitting right next to him at the booth, smiling.
So, whenever you've been dating somebody for a while, I do the front porch test. You know, how is this person going to fit in with our group over the years?
Think about that. Ted's entire arc is loneliness, the desperate search for the one, and his closest female friend was actively sabotaging that search, whenever it didn't match her vision of how his life should go. And here's the question that stops me cold every time. Why would someone do that? The easy answer is she's controlling, but the real answer goes back to Mickey. If Ted pairs off with the wrong person, someone Lily can't read, can't manage, can't keep in the group's orbit, then Lily loses a piece of her control. Someone might pull Ted away, the group might change. The little world she's built, the stable family she constructed to replace the one that failed her as a kid, might shift. And Lily cannot allow that. Because in Lily's psychology, a group that changes is a group that might leave her, so she controls it, one breakup at a time. And then there's what she does to Marshall, the man she's supposed to love as an equal. Look at how many of Marshall's life decisions are actually Lily's decisions, his career path, where they live, when they have kids, the judgeship he gives up. Again and again, Marshall's dreams quietly bend around Lily's wants, and the show frames it as a healthy marriage of compromise.
You know, if you're having these kind of doubts now, what's going to change in 3 months? Maybe we just shouldn't get married at all.
Maybe not. Pause.
But count the compromises. Count whose dreams get deferred. It's almost always Marshall folding into what Lily needs. And here's the detail that made my jaw tighten. Remember the debt? Lily racks up thousands of dollars in secret credit card debt and hides it from Marshall for their entire early marriage. The woman who positions herself as the responsible one, the grown-up, the moral center, is secretly lying to her husband about money in a way that could sink them.
How do you afford all of these expensive clothes?
Lily, this is nuts.
That's not the heart of the group. That's a person who needs everyone to see her a certain way so badly that she'll hide who she actually is, even from the man she shares a bed with. And the reason traces straight back to that house with Mickey. When you grow up watching money destroy your family, you don't become careful with it. Sometimes you become secretive with it. You hide it. You control the narrative. Because if people see the real, messy, frightened you, they might do what everyone in your childhood did. They might leave. Okay, so here's where I have to be honest with you, because if I stopped here, I'd be doing exactly what the show does to its other characters. Flattening a whole person into one trait, because Lily isn't evil. That's the thing I keep coming back to. Every controlling thing she does, every manipulation, every quiet sabotage, it all comes from the same terrified place. A little girl in a house with a father who couldn't be counted on, who learned that the only way to be safe is to hold everything so tightly it can't slip away. The front porch test isn't malice. It's fear wearing the mask of protection. She's not trying to ruin Ted's life. In her head, she's protecting the family from anyone who might break it apart. The control over Marshall isn't cruelty. It's a woman who is so scared of being abandoned again that she has to be the one steering always. Because the one time she wasn't in control, as a kid, her whole world fell apart. And this is what makes Lily genuinely tragic instead of just a villain. She built a perfect little family to replace the broken one she came from. The friend group is her real family, more than her actual one ever was. Marshall, Ted, Robin, Barney. They're the stable home Mickey never gave her. And everything she does, every manipulation, is in service of one desperate goal.
We want to know everything that's going on with you guys.
Really?
You're our best friends.
Keep the family together. Don't let anyone leave. Never feel that again. But here's the part that actually breaks me. The very thing she does to keep people from leaving is the thing most likely to make them go. That's the trap of the controlling person. You grip so hard that you squeeze the life out of the thing you're trying to hold. Lily is so afraid of abandonment that she controls. And the control is exactly what would drive a healthy person away. She got lucky. She ended up surrounded by people loyal enough to stay anyway. Marshall, the most forgiving man alive. Ted, who never found out. A group that loved her enough to absorb it. But imagine being loved by Lily and not being one of those people. Imagine being one of Ted's girlfriends who never stood a chance. Imagine being a version of Marshall with even a little less patience. Lily's fear created the exact danger she was terrified of. She just happened to build her family out of people too kind to leave. And there's one more thing. The saddest detail of all. Lily becomes a mother. And what is she most afraid of deep down? Becoming her father. Being the parent who lets their kid down. So she over-controls there too because the stakes are now unbearable. The whole cycle handed down one more generation, dressed up as devotion.
This is Marvin.
Named him after my pop.
Marvin. Wait for it, Eric's.
So is Lily Aldrin a saint or a fraud? Neither. And that's the honest answer the show was never brave enough to say out loud. Lily is what happens when a kid grows up learning that love is something that leaves. She didn't become cruel, she became a manager of people, a controller of outcomes, a woman who would rather quietly pull every string in the room than ever sit still long enough to feel how scared she actually is. Every manipulation is a wall. Every plan is a hand gripping tighter. Every time she calls herself the heart of the group, what she's really saying is please need me, because if you need me, you can't leave me. We love Lily because she's warm, because she's the glue, because she's the one who seems to hold everyone together. But the reason she holds everyone so tightly isn't generosity. It's that somewhere a long time ago, in a house with a father who was never really there, a little girl decided that if she just controlled enough, planned enough, held on hard enough, she'd never have to watch someone she loved walk out the door again. The fake saint was never faking the love. She was just hiding how afraid she was the whole time. If you've ever held onto the people you love a little too tightly, if you've ever tried to control everything around you just so it couldn't fall apart, then you already understand Lily better than the show ever admitted. So tell me down in the comments, was Lily the heart of the group, or the one quietly running it? I read every single one. And if this is how you like your How I Met Your Mother, the truth hiding under the jokes, pull up a seat under the yellow umbrella and subscribe. And Ted, Barney, Robin, and Marshall are all up already. And there's a lot more of this group left to decode. I'm decoding How I Met Your Mother, one character at a time. I'll see you in the next one.